I'm lighting the sage because I need to calm myself down. It's early in the morning. I'm reporting to you live from LA. Getting the vibes right. So basically, I'm stuck in my apartment, not only because it's a pandemic, but also because recently someone sold the catalytic converter to my Prius. And for those of you who don't know, a catalytic converter has precious minerals in it, and so street value is very high. So anyway, they went underneath my car and just went shopping with an electric saw or chainsaw or whatever that may be. So the car is no longer operable. And so on top of everything else that's been going on in my life, it kind of feels like those situations where when it rains, it pours. So things just continue to happen around me, and not necessarily because of me. So with the car situation, the gate to my apartment complex was just left open somehow, some way, and the people just drove into the apartment. Definitely think that people have been eyeing my car for a while because the car is hidden from the street. You can't see it. It's inside in the middle of the complex. So that's really unfortunate. And honestly, it took me out for quite a few days. I mean, I just kind of felt like everything was really compiling. And luckily, I have amazing angels that knew to check in on me and started reviving me and getting me back to life a little bit, and not making me feel so hopeless. So that's one of the important things, with surrounding yourself with good people. And then next was me, doing the work, getting back into some sort of groove. I'm just trying to get some good energy going. I have the windows open, so using my Ujjayi breath, getting my good prana going, all those things, lighting my sage, clearing out any bad energy, breathing, slowing down my heart rate. And I'm really just trying to get into a morning routine. So far, I kind of have one, but it's been really thrown off. And I also teach yoga, but it's been weird trying to teach yoga and teach about wellness and energy when I know that my energy has been so off. And so I've been trying to get into a routine of doing yoga and getting to an acceptable baseline for me. And things I have to really focus on are poses that address my sacral energy or sacral chakra and my heart chakra, because a lot of the things that I'm going through have to do with forgiveness. And so opening my heart to forgiveness, it's a challenge, but I'm willing to put in the work. What I'm going to do is show you guys at least 5 poses that I like to do every morning, without a doubt, to really help me in my practice, help me in my day. And forgiveness is important, not just for me, but for everyone. It's important for you as well, because we're all going through something, and we all have to be gentle towards not only ourselves, but other people. Even if you have to forgive yourself, that's also possible. And honestly, this can be done without sage. I need some extreme healing tactics and coping mechanisms. So you don't need this, it's not required, but what you can do is watch, learn, or also join me in this. You can start just closing your eyes no matter where you are, sitting down. Back is straight, not rounded. Taking deep inhales and exhales. And just keep doing that as I lay out my yoga mat and bring you along with me on these poses. All right, guys. So here I am lighting the sage once again. As you can see, I love lighting my sage and getting in the moment, getting zen, whatever you want to call it. So really, I just recorded myself doing yoga, and then I was like, wait a minute, let me just pull out a few of my favorite poses and show them to you guys. So starting with pose number 1, reclined bound angle. So I allow my feet to touch, give a nice little wave, and then begin lying gently back, placing one hand on my chest, one on my leg, and both legs are lying either side of me. And really, I'm just listening to myself breathe. I love this one because it's great for the root chakra and the sacral chakra. And when you are opening up your root chakra, you are opening yourself up for courage, resourcefulness, and the ability to stand up to challenging situations. And then I move into a tabletop and press down into a child's pose, allowing my hands to stretch out in front of me. And then I bring them out to the side, just allowing them to rest. And this one is another root chakra pose. It's really important for me to ground myself and to really make sure the very base of my being is awakening throughout the practice. And then I stretch my arms out in front of me and move into a puppy pose. And this one is great for the heart chakra. So when you're opening up your heart chakra, you're allowing yourself to experience or give love, balance, compassion, and especially unconditional love. A big one. So I love this one because it's stretching out your spine, your shoulders, upper back. If anything, it just feels really good. And then moving into a tabletop, I love rolling around everything, even my neck. It just feels like a nice release, and moving into a cat-cow pose. So my stomach is reaching towards the ceiling and then dropping down towards the ground. And this is great for your root and sacral chakra. And then I move into a downward dog. And this is a nice balance between the root chakra and the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. And this balance creates a sense of safety, trust, openness, and freedom. And here I am just rolling everything out, pedaling out my feet. It's the first downward dog of the entire practice. So just waking things up. And then I grab a pillow as I'm getting ready for a nice hip opening frog pose. This one's a deep stretch, so I really like to lie here for a while. And this addresses that sacral chakra and the root chakra. And so for our sacral chakra, that's the center of our emotions. So when we open this, we are opening ourselves up for emotional calm and peace. Then moving back into a downward dog, which I love. Moving into a plank. And then I ride on down into an upward facing dog. Nice heart chakra opener. It really opens the back of your heart chakra too. It's super expansive. I look towards my left and towards my right to also get a nice stretch in my neck too. And then I drop my knees down and move into a rabbit pose. So I'm grabbing the heels of my feet and just resting here. It stretches the back body. It helps to strengthen your abdomen. And it's also really good for insomnia and depression. All of which to say that this is great for your heart chakra. It addresses the heart chakra. Another centering and grounding pose. Okay, there's blocks here. So grab some blocks, pillows, whatever sturdy item you can find that's safe, of course, and place those underneath your pelvic region and allowing your spine to just receive this nice expansive stretch. It's great for your quads and your hip flexors too, but this is a supported bridge pose, and I love this because it's just, I don't even have to do anything. My heart chakra is just opening, my spine is opening, everything is just, again, continuing to awaken. And then I place my hands on the ground and move into a wheel pose. Even more expansive. This is a total body stretch. It's a little tricky. You want to make sure your whole entire body is quite flexible. Again, another heart chakra pose. Bonus points to begin straightening out your legs to even get a greater stretch in your back. And then, of course, I've done all that work. Time to do a bridge pose, interlacing my fingers underneath and no support here, just lifting my hips. And then it's finally time to give my back a nice release, nice supine release, restoring proper flow from one side of my body to the next. Bonus points to move into a pigeon pose, though, on your left side and then on your right side. This is great for your sacral chakra, nice hip opener. We won't spend too much time talking about that, but finally, I always end in my final resting pose, which is Savasana. It opens your third eye, and during this time, I'm at my most meditative state. I've done all this work, all these different poses, opened up all this different energy, really gotten this flow going throughout my body, and I can honestly say that I feel the most level-headed when I end like this. So I spend the most time here, like 10 to 15 minutes. And as you can see, I was still heavily meditating. So I just went ahead and got that sage and got to work once again. All right. That's all I've got. I am passing the sage to you. So now you have a good idea of what I like to do in the morning, what I try to do every morning, and some of my favorite poses. I really hope and encourage that you guys also take part in some sort of practice that is rejuvenating for you, because healing is important for everyone, and forgiveness is a daily task. So make sure you have the tools to do it. I'm making sure that I have the tools to do it because I have to forgive someone really important to me, and I have to forgive myself as well. I have to forgive me for expecting too much of me. And after I do my yoga in the morning and I give time to myself, everything just kind of wastes away, and I'm not as stressed or filled with anxiety, and things are calmer. So I think it's a really good idea if you haven't already decided to do yoga, if you don't do it at all. If you do it, this is just a reminder, hopefully. Anywho, I will see you guys next time on this channel with some more great stuff and an update on the healing process. So join me in my journey. I'm Jamila the Beautiful, signing off.